Hello everyone, welcome back. We are only about 5 months away from receiving a new game mode in Season 11 of The Division 2. And that might seem like a long time for some, but for me, Christmas 2021 doesn't feel that long ago. I thought it might be a good idea then to speculate and talk about what this new mode might be, what you guys want, and what I want to see. There's no doubt, based on everything that's been released officially, the new mode is the most exciting bit of news so far, maybe aside from the specialization revamp, but I think the new mode, at least for me, is the most exciting news, so let's begin. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications to never miss a video, and let's begin. In order to make this video, I did want to get the input from you guys, so I did ask you to leave a comment to a community post last Wednesday evening. I believe you have to be a subscriber in order to see those community posts, and I do polls pretty often actually. Now, thank you all for taking part. I really do appreciate it. One thing that became very clear almost immediately was most people who commented on the community post said they wanted survival to return. Now, this comment was inevitable, as any time a new mode or a new game or any kind of new activity has been mentioned before, survival seems to be top of the list for many, including myself, actually. With that said, whilst I think The Division 2 has the assets already in place to make this game mode happen in some way, shape or form, if I had to be honest and realistic here, I'm 95% sure we will not be getting survival or any kind of iteration of it for many reasons. But just to name one or two, number one, whilst this is a beloved mode from The Division, it doesn't really cater to the casual audience. Some of that I think Massive will want to continue doing with this new mode after what looks to be the success of Countdown. And number two, Yannick has previously said it won't happen unless they can make it much bigger and much better. Some I doubt they can do with the limited resources and team that are currently working on the game. So those were just two examples of why survival won't be returning. I'm not going to say it's completely off the table, because Yannick again has previously confirmed that it's still on the table. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's sad, I know, because I really want a reimagined survival mode for The Division 2, mainly for selfish reasons, I gotta be honest, because I kind of get why Massive would choose to create a new mode that appeals to the majority, the casual audience, and that leads on to what I'm sure the new game mode will be, and that's a replayable, fast-paced experience, similar in pacing and length to what we've got with Countdown. I've said before that Countdown appears to have been a success, and I say that because I don't actually know this for sure, but I make that statement based on the comments and the feedback that I've seen within the community since Season 9 begun. There's actually a recent post about Countdown, and I've looked through the comments about that where people have said that they may have played it for a week and then they don't play it again. But I actually think this is in the minority. I may even do a poll about this just to see, kind of gauge where the community is in respect of Countdown. But my understanding is that Countdown was received well. And yeah, whilst you're not going to have a ton of people playing it now, it's actually a pretty good mode in of itself. It does make sense to me then that Massive would double down on this formula for a new game mode, and I'm not against that at all. I really like Countdown. So I suspect there will be some guarantees with this mode if they continue with the Countdown formula. And just to name a couple here, replayability. It seems as though Massive have learned their lesson with Countdown after two poor game modes, in my opinion, that being Kenley College and The Summit. Countdown offers endless hours of fun and possibilities in its current form, and I believe this is just the beginning as well. It's also a very good place to farm, with a new difficulty said to be coming in the future, and I'm hoping another new map to be added to Countdown. There's a lot coming. It achieves replayability because it's very simple and it's quick to get into with matchmaking. It's fast paced with a generous amount of loot, and just playing this mode rewards you with the hunter currency, allowing you to spend them on caches in the Countdown shop. So you don't actually have to complete it, just playing will give you those rewards as long as you're taking down those hunters, which pretty much anyone who's playing Countdown now in any game will know that you take out the hunters first before you do anything else. It's quite a simple formula, but a really effective one, something the Division achieved with both Underground and Resistance game modes. I suspect Massive will focus heavily on ensuring the new game mode is as replayable, if not more replayable, than what Countdown currently offers. Moving on to loot, Countdown, as you guys know, has a ton of loot, even after it was nerfed as well, slightly. It makes sense the new game mode will continue this trend, but if I had to guess, I'm expecting this new game mode to have some more, maybe exclusive loot, whether that be weapons, gear, or just vanity items. I believe Countdown kind of misses the mark on that, and it would be nice to have something like that included with the new game mode. And the other thing is ease of access. I've said this before, matchmaking is a must for this new game mode. It works well now with Countdown. Of course, it didn't in PTS, but that's beside the point. And it ensures anyone can play without having, you know, a million friends. On top of that, the difficulty and the fact it's 8 players means it's very easy to join and play at any time. And with only 50 minutes per run, usually less than that, it really appeals to the casual audience. Aside from that though, there are some things that Countdown doesn't do that I hope the new game mode does, and I've mentioned a few before, but I wanted to kind of tack some on here. I think we need more variety. Now, whilst I personally haven't got bored of Countdown, I've seen many comments say it needs more variety and that people are generally bored, you know, i.e. more maps, more objective types, just more of everything really. And I have to agree. I'm sure you all remember Underground from the Division. Here you could set modifiers for each run and you'd be rewarded. I think the new game mode needs this kind of choice system prior to each run if possible, although there is an argument it could really cause issues with matchmaking. But this kind of segues onto another suggestion that I've got for the new game mode. We should make the new game mode for 4 players rather than 8. I don't quite know what Massive's addiction is to having 8 players. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, especially when the population for the game is probably, I mean, it's probably alright now, but it's not where it was when the game first came out. I can't see any reason why the new game mode should not be a 4-player match-made mode. It worked very well in the Division, with pretty much every game mode being a 4-player activity. This would increase the amount of match-made games available to all players if it was just 4 players only, and hopefully that would offset any matchmaking issues a choice of modifiers might cause. The other thing we need is a choice of difficulty. I'm sure the new game mode will be built for the casual audience. I've explained before why that would be the case, but just like Countdown, there is a portion of the community that wants a more difficult experience, and that's not going to change with any new mode. So this should be there day one. And on that same vein, commendations will be a good addition. You know, tie some vanity rewards to the completion of these, and tie some stuff to certain completion times maybe. Just give players something more than what Countdown offers in that respect. Because, you know, a lot of people will say that ultimately if you've done your expertise system and, you know, you're pretty much, you know, shade level over 1500 or even less, there's not really a lot that Countdown can offer. And I completely understand where people are coming from with that. Personally, I'm just enjoy playing it, and I actually don't get bored of it, but I can understand someone who might get bored of that, having something to kind of work towards. So having commendations, having really difficult kind of vanity items to achieve, or just something that give those players that are kind of the hardcore audience, give them something to really strive for. I think the new game mode needs to have that, because Countdown doesn't, and it kind of really needs to have it. Just before we finish here, what I will say is I'm a lot more confident the new game mode will be something we all enjoy based on how Countdown has come out. I think Countdown was the start, and we should expect something similar but a lot better. So this is kind of where my head is at. Let me know in the comments below what you think we will get and or what you expect from this new game mode. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I do really appreciate it. And until the next one, Epic out.